It is officially rolling on the thing when I press the button and we start our podcast. Yeah.
That was a good song. I was jamming out.
Oh, sorry.
All right, cool.
It's like it got awkward because I didn't know if I should like do verse 2 or.
All right.
What.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, welcome to Real Awkward, the podcast where your bones jump out of your skin.
Sure.
That sounds unfortunate.
Everyone's
I'm
like,
down.
I don't want to be a melty slack of skin. That was terrible. I don't know what that means.
What? Would you die if someone actually laughed like that?
Yeah, who laughs like that?
It reminds me. It reminds me of the episode of Family Guy where Peter gets like a genie and he has 3 wishes and he's about to get punched when he's on the bus and so he goes, "I wish I had no bones," and then he's just like
he
a
just falls.
Oh, I remember that.
because the guys goes, "I'm gonna break every bone in your body."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was good.
Cool story.
Cool story, bro.
Shut up.
Guys, like I said, you are listening to Real Awkward, the podcast of 1,000 podcasts, and the best one that you've heard today. My name's Andy.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
And you guys already know what you're in for. You're about to go down the filmography of a fantastic actor.
John Goodman.
No, you can only find him on patreon.com.
For $3 a month. Ding.
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 Oh, okay.
Everyone's staring at me. I felt like
excellent.
I had to ding.
Guys, traditionally, Amanda is supposed to let us know what we do, right? If this is the first time anyone's ever heard a street cred.
Amanda, how does this work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the deal. See, you need to set me up so I can volley back, bitch. Okay, here's how it works. We're going to have somebody's IMDb page pulled up. We're going to start from the bottom, work our way to the top. Now we're here. Then we're going to shit on some stuff. There's going to be some stuff we haven't seen. But if you guys have seen something that we haven't seen, let us know if it's good or bad. But
bad.
Be prepared. We might shit on a movie you like.
Yeah.
Be prepared for that.
I mean, there are different opinions in the world, and sometimes we just wish that diversity could come together in some type of unison for world peace.
Thank you.
And such.
And such
And
as.
such.
Okay, so Ash, the producer, you've got a filmography in front of you for who?
Joseph Leonard Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, dude, of course it's a 4-name dude.
Leonard.
At least
Leonard.
it's bad enough he had 3.
Nerd is in the name.
It's actually Nard dog.
Nard dog.
God.
Okay, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I know this gentleman very well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we were both hanging out once in my room. He was
Okay.
on the TV. I was in bed. It was fun.
Weird.
If you really knew him, I would be jealous.
If I really knew him, you would dump me and go get
Who
him.
said he would want me?
That's a fair point.
He'd want you, girl. He'd want you.
All right, Ash,
Okay.
talk to us about Joseph.
Joseph Leonard Gordon-Levitt
I hate
was born February 17th, 1981 in Los Angeles, California to Jane Gordon and Dennis Levitt. Hence, Gordon-Levitt.
Okay,
That's
I
how
get
that
it.
works.
I get it. I thought you were going to
Joseph-
say Jim Gordon.
Get out.
Jane Gordon.
You should use
That's
your
his
real
sister, lesser known sister. Joseph was raised in a Jewish family with his late older brother, Dan Gordon-Levitt, who passed away in October 2010.
Oh, wow. Okay.
His parents worked for the Pacifica radio station KPFK-FM, and his maternal grandfather, Michael Gordon, had been a well-known movie director.
He actually
Cool.
does a lot of stuff via YouTube and radio,
Yeah.
like off.
He has
Like film stuff?
He has a company called Hit Record.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, encouraging people to like.
Smaller filmmakers, smaller
Yeah,
music makers. It's
right.
like it's
Is it
meant,
kind of like crowd-funded or...
I was gonna say it's like a digital makerspace
Yeah. Yep.
where it's like just kind of like a hive mind where people can come and just show what they're doing.
It's
and-
almost like Will Ferrell's Funny or Die. Like for a while, they let a lot of like skit comedy acts like do stuff for them, but I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a little bit more on the professional side, something like that for amateurs. So prosumers.
disclaimer: we don't actually know.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
We'll go back. I have nothing.
Andy's like sitting with his arms straight down.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's weirding
My
me
fingers
out.
are in my back pockets.
I don't know what to do with my
that's
hands.
even
And they're just
weirder.
comfortable.
Wait, so you're sitting with your hands in your back pocket?
No, not my hands,
Just
just
his
my
thumbs.
thumbs. Like,
That's even weirder.
have you ever done the cowboy stance where you just do thumbs in the pockets? Just kind of.
Can't say I have.
Now just take them thumbs, put them in the back pockets while you're sitting and relax your back.
It looks weird.
You look a little kid.
Yes, you do. You look like a little kid who's been told, like, put your hands down.
The funniest part is my legs are not touching the ground right now, so that's the best. If you can see the whole thing.
You also have
Okay.
like food stains on your shirt.
And in my teeth.
Like, yeah, a little character T-shirt with food stains on it.
Hey, ladies, are we going to do the filmography today?
Guys, what's with us?
When we the stupid.
Let's begin. Pow. Andy knows the reference.
What?
Oh, maybe not. Cool.
Let's begin. No. Go back on this.
Oh, remember that Linkin Park song? Let's begin.
Oh, from Mr. Hahn.
Anyway,
Nope.
his first credit was
Never seen it.
in the movie Stranger on My Land,
Oof.
Oh, my Landa.
and then he did 2 episodes of Family Ties,
Okay.
Okay.
a movie called Settle the Score,
Settle the score.
an episode of Murder, She Wrote,
Oh.
Boy Number 1.
I used to love Murder, She Wrote. I
too.
literally would watch that shit and Matlock every
That and Matlock.
day.
When I would go to my
I-
grandparents for the summer,
Yeah. I could
Murder,
dig.
She Wrote, and Matlock.
I could dig
Lifetime.
some Murder She Wrote, but Matlock was too boring for me.
Oh, see,
I couldn't do it.
I liked them both because Murder, She Wrote was the investigation and Matlock was the courtroom drama.
Drama. He did 12 episodes of Dark Shadows.
Oh, the TV
Dark
show.
Shadows was my shit back in the day.
We talked about this on our Depp episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a straight credit about Johnny
Right.
Depp. So if you haven't listened to that one, go check it out. Dark Shadows was a vampire soap opera. It
Yes.
was so good.
Was he boy number 2?
He was David Collins because he was in 12 episodes.
Oh, so he had a long recurring role.
David Collins / Daniel Collins, so maybe he played twins.
David Daniel.
I don't know. Then he was in a movie called Changes, which was a Danielle Steele novel.
Changes.
Hi, Honey, I'm Dead.
Nope.
Wow, sounds like a banger.
I'm
At
sorry.
this
Did
point,
you
he was
tell
only
us?
10 years old.
Okay, I was about to say, what years were
well,
these?
yeah, I was going to
Because
say
was
that
he an
he started
infant?
acting early. I knew that.
He
Yeah.
started because he was born in. His first movie credit was 1988, so he was 7 years old.
Okay, one of those kids.
Yeah.
Got it.
Plymouth, an episode of China Beach, an episode of Quantum Leap,
Oh,
an episode of LA Law.
love Quantum.
He was in Beethoven as student number 1.
I used to love Beethoven. I had the Super Nintendo game for Beethoven. I'd play it all the time.
This is the movie.
about the dog.
Yeah, the shitty
No, oh,
dad
I know
who
about
would
that.
always
Is like,
be angry.
isn't it like a New England or whatever it is? What are they called? Those giant dogs. Newfoundland. I
was
mean.
it a Mastiff? I think
No.
he was a Mastiff.
Oh, okay.
It's a Saint Bernard, dummies.
He's a Beethoven.
I only had the second one.
I don't know dogs.
Sorry, I don't know my Beethoven.
He was in A River Runs Through It.
That's with Kevin Bacon.
He was in 21 episodes
Right.
of The Powers That Be.
No, I've never even heard of these.
Wow. Anyone listening still right now is like, I'm out.
No,
He's
it's
just
like,
so
it's like
young
every
still.
actor's beginning.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit something
Yeah.
soonish here.
Yeah, and then
that I
everyone's like,
think-
"Oh, right, now I'm on the Joseph Gordon-Levitt train."
So he was in a movie called Gregory K. He was in an episode of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Oh,
I feel like
shit.
we're bringing up a lot of.
I
like-
never watched that.
I did.
I watched it because I love to learn about medicine.
He was in a movie called Holy
Cool.
Matrimony, The Road Killers, and then Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, wait, that was his first one that we know of.
His first movie, yeah.
like
So-
breakout role, right? I mean, because that was a very
What year was that?
That was in 1994.
Okay,
Danny Glover, right?
I've seen it once.
It's Danny Glover and
Wait, was that the one that Matthew McConaughey was in from the last episode? And I thought it was Field of Dreams.
yes,
I think it was because I
Yes.
was like Kevin Costner, and you're like, what the fuck?
maybe I don't know now.
I don't know.
I always mix.
No.
Go
Well,
listen to the Matthew McConaughey episode and
mix-
find out.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
I mix Rookie of the
Oh, wait,
Year
maybe it was.
and Angels in the Outfield.
Maybe it was.
No,
Wait,
it's,
I gotta-
It's Danny Glover and then
Tony Danza.
Danza,
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
and I think Matthew McConaughey
Yes,
plays
he
like a
was in
little
it. Yes.
little role in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's the
Boom,
boy.
bitch.
He's the boy. He's an orphan, and he's
got an orphan face.
and he prays that the Angels win the World Series.
Oh, so that's literally what it's about?
Yeah. And then Angels come and they help all of the team like pitch, hit, like run,
Interesting.
bat, all of that fun stuff. Bat and hit is the same thing, but continue.
You
My
you just
bad.
need more. You just needed more.
You can be at bat without hitting.
That's fair.
He was in 4 episodes of Roseanne,
Interesting.
a movie called The Great Elephant Escape, The Juror.
Juror. That's a hard word. No
It is
one
a
ever
hard
gives
word.
credit to people that can say
Looks like
juror.
Demi Moore and Alec Baldwin. So
I mean, I like
don't know.
both of them. So,
Sweet Jane,
so this is
Halloween
oh, wow.
H2O.
Ooh, I've seen that shit.
Halloween H2O
It's just another,
was like the
Michael Myers movie.
yeah, but that was supposed to be the one that everyone thought was going to be the end, and
Yeah,
then
no.
they made more.
Now they're still making more, bitch.
yeah, they are still making more.
That 70s show, one episode.
We are. Something's about chronologically.
Yeah.
Something's. Andy always gets caught
yeah,
up on
yeah,
this one.
but I'm not. I know what you're saying, and I know what you're talking about, but
Just a
obviously
reminder
he did it for a long time.
Yes.
to our listeners
Yes.
that when someone is on a television show,
Mm-hmm.
it does not state it on IMDb until the end of the
Till
show.
it's
Yes.
over.
Okay.
Yes.
10 things I hate about you.
Oh, okay.
So this was the first time, because I knew who he was from a show we're about to talk about probably soonish.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
So
is
I
killing me.
remember this was the first time because I loved. We'll get there. I loved a certain show, and then it was the first time I had seen a movie.
I love
show
that
that
this
shall
is,
not be
I love this
named.
is like a secret. Like people are like, I
Well,
wonder
I'm
what
just
the
trying
show
to not
is.
get too far ahead.
Someone's driving traffic right now. Like, oh my god,
I
what
wonder.
could it be?
What show? So, 10 Things I Hate About You was one I remember that I saw, and it was like a perfect teen movie to come out for my age group at the time, and
Sure.
I'm sure your age
Yeah.
group too.
No.
I actually don't think I've seen it.
I don't like it.
Oh, I like it.
I don't like it.
I think isn't Alex Mack in it?
Alec
Yes.
yeah. So it's Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles. That's
I'll
right.
be honest, I don't even know that actress's name.
No one does. It's Alex
So
Mack.
It was-
Larissa Olenek.
It was filmed in Washington, right? The
Yes,
stadium?
actually,
Yeah.
we went there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
In Tacoma.
it's a weird thing. Like the younger sister can't have a boyfriend till the older sister does. It's stupid.
Right. So then they both got to bang guys at the same time.
It's just weird.
I remember that was my introduction to Heath Ledger in that film too, right?
Yeah, I feel like I had seen A Knight's Tale right around that time too. So I had just, kind of the same time. But I remember seeing that movie, and it was very like a, romantic comedy kind of thing. But then some people are like, oh, it's my favorite. And I'm like, how, bitch?
Some people really like that film.
Yeah.
Like a lot. But it also had a lot of iconic moments in it, like him dancing on the stairwell.
Yeah.
And like, I think.
And
like,
that's it.
No, Julia Stiles, like her monologue performance and stuff.
yeah.
And like, was she, is the list or whatever?
Yeah, like I hate the way, blah, 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 blah. Like that one where she's sobbing by the end of it.
Yes.
When you're a
Right.
teenager, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, actually, Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that movie was not technically the main role. I would say it was Julia Stiles.
No,
right?
he was trying to date the sister.
right.
Yeah.
Right, but he had to get them together, so he gets Heath Ledger to date the sister. Okay, continue. Sorry, we were very much stuck on that film.
Also, it had Andrew Keegan in it, which was like my
Oh.
childhood
That's
crush.
right. I remember
I loved
him.
Andrew Keegan.
What was he in? Something like else that was really popular?
He was in Seventh Heaven. That's all I remember
okay,
him from.
okay.
Now he leads a cult.
Oh, cool.
Excellent. Good on you, Andrew. Have fun.
We'll have to do an episode about like
Andrew Keegan.
celebrities who went crazy. about
Where
it.
they are now.
Yeah, he leads
I'm
a
by
cult.
winning. I went here and I went there. Now what?
Cool.
Okay.
His next movie is called Picking Up the Pieces. Forever Lulu.
Can you give us a year just to catch us
Manic. We're in 2001.
up? Okay. All right.
And then
So we got 20 years.
a show ended that he was in since
A
1996.
secret show.
No way.
Was
Dark
this
Knight
really
Rises.
on for that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on for years.
Third Rock from the Sun.
8 years?
No, 96 to 2001.
5 years.
Okay. I do know because I went and I found like the whole box set, which is a
Okay.
lot of DVDs.
I saw this it was randomly on TV. Sometimes it's randomly on TV and we don't have that many channels. So like I pick whatever like sitcom is on to like fall asleep to. So I've been turning this on, and it just occurred to me after I've seen this show since I was, I don't know, 10 years old, that their names are Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah.
It like,
Yeah. And then her name
I
is
was today years old.
Rando.
her name is Rando.
No, I mean,
Sally?
it's just, Sally.
Yeah.
But I think for me, that's where I was introduced to Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
Like,
he had the long hair. I remember when I was young, I didn't think about the name of the show.
Yeah.
And then I got older and I was like, Third Rock from the Sun.
That's us.
It's about the Earth.
No, I mean, the show's bonkers. It's weird. John Lithgow plays the perfect, like, alien in a human suit.
John
like,
Lithgow is an alien, probably.
He is so... French Stewart is amazing and weird.
I actually thought French Stewart's eyes were like that until I realized it was just the character that he played.
Honestly, they all do a really good job of playing aliens.
And then you have, Diane Curtin, I think is her name. Like,
Jane Curtin?
Jane Curtin,
Yeah,
sorry.
she's his boss, right? Or his colleague or something.
Yeah.
And then they eventually are, like, love interests and stuff.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. Like, her comedic timing is incredible. John Lithgow's comedic timing is incredible.
Yeah.
That show is so funny. They, like, live up in an attic. It's so weird. I love it.
It was probably underrated if you were to put that up against a lot of shows that were popular at the time.
I'm going to have
think
to
so.
go back and watch that
Yeah.
show again.
I would say
'cause
it's
haven't
one
watched it
that
in
like
years.
gets forgotten, but then when you're like, "Hey, Third Rock from the Sun," it's like, "Oh yeah, I totally watched that."
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I was introduced to him, and that was my springboard for the rest of his stuff. I didn't see anything
well, and
else
that
that you
started
pretty
in
much.
'96, right? And
Yeah.
then 10 Things I Hate About You is in '99, so he
Okay.
was already
Yeah.
like well known. Was there anything else we talked? Angels in the Outfield was '94, so that was before.
I do remember him in
Yeah.
that too. But to be honest, if you
But he's
rewatch
just
it,
some kid.
it's forgettable that that's him.
Right, he's just
Yeah.
some kid. He has no notoriety at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
He was in a couple episodes of The Outer Limits, and then he did a voice in Treasure Planet.
He's Jim Hawkins.
I've never seen Treasure Planet.
We
so I
the
still
don't know.
main
haven't.
character.
We feel
Okay.
bad. We still haven't.
You
Don't
guys
hate.
should watch it. It's literally Treasure Island.
No, I went and I bought it. I just haven't watched
Oh,
it.
really?
We have it.
And
We own it.
it's in space. Honestly, it's a great animated kid. It's beautiful.
I've heard good stuff about
It's great.
Cool.
it. Cool.
His next movie is called Latter Days,
Never
which I
heard
think
of
is
it.
about Mormons,
No, thank you.
like ladder.
Church of Latter-day Saints.
His name was Elder Paul Ryder. So
Oh,
Yeah,
they're about-
absolutely.
it's about Mormons.
Absolutely.
about Mormons. His next movie was Mysterious Skin.
Why does that sound familiar?
Is that
I-
the one where he's abused?
Seen this. A teenage hustler and a young man obsessed with alien abductions cross paths together, discovering a horrible, liberating truth.
I've seen this.
It's
Okay.
I remember I watched it and I was like, this is very like. It was at that time where like all those independent movies were being made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much like the Focus feature decade.
I
where
didn't
everything was one of those
dislike it,
films.
but I remember thinking like this is very heavy-handed and like this is an indie film.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this is not mainstream.
Okay.
his next movie was, I love this movie. It was Brick.
Yeah, I was about to say it had
I
to
Brick's
be
love
incredible.
Brick. If anybody hasn't seen Brick, go watch it.
What would you describe Brick as? Amanda?
I mean, it's almost like a mystery.
It's a downer.
I mean, it is.
No, it is, but I'm saying that it's like it's a detective story,
Mm-hmm.
but that detective is a high schooler interviewing other high schoolers, and like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me as if Napoleon Dynamite was a drama instead, and like where everything occurred.
Having a hard time.
I know that's
imagining
hard.
that.
I just mean like it was filmed like
It's like a
low
film noir.
budget. It's like, but it's low
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
It's in obviously like low budget, like inside houses and garages and
Mm-hmm.
out on the street when they're having conversations. Like this is not a high
Definitely
budget
has
film,
a dark feeling.
but
And-
the story itself is awesome.
He's
And-
basically being his own detective. He's
Mm-hmm.
trying to solve a case, and I remember it very much had like a 50s detective vibe.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of narration or like him talking to himself. But I thought it was good. It's not one that I'd want to watch all the time.
oh, yeah. I mean, it's a downer.
Yeah, it's definitely a downer. But I think that if between Mysterious Skin and Brick, I think Brick is the better film.
yeah, I think
For sure.
I watched Brick. When did it come out?
2005.
Okay, yeah, I probably watched it a couple years after it came
I
out,
probably
so
watched
it's
it
not
around
like
that
it was
time,
like
yeah.
15 years later. So I think I probably would still enjoy it now.
He did an episode of Numbers TV show, and then he did a movie called Havoc.
I don't remember Havoc.
I don't either. Amanda?
Wonder if
got
it was a
nothing.
leading role. Wasn't a leading role.
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not.
So I don't mean to go back to Brick, but we have to kind of talk about this. Happens on most of our street creds, but all of a sudden there's like this era shift or this like special time in an actor's career where all of a sudden they're like they hit.
Yeah.
Like where all of a sudden you're like, wait, that guy's actually fucking good at what he does. And I remember after watching Brick, I was like, ooh, this guy's
I like
got
that guy.
something. Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt was really good. And so I think I did want to watch more stuff after that with him, but I don't remember Havoc.
So Havoc
at all.
looks like the main characters are two women.
Okay.
It's Bijou Phillips and Anne Hathaway.
Oh, so he's maybe a side character in
maybe
it. Okay.
somebody they meet along the way. I
Or
don't know.
remember, he produced it 3 years before, and then
Right.
they released it.
His next movie was Shadow Boxer.
I've never heard
Is he
of
actually boxing in that one?
No, it's Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, okay.
is
So
he-
he's
Oh,
probably,
okay.
again,
Ugh.
another supporting actor.
The next movie he did was The Lookout.
That's a fantastic one.
Such a good movie.
Is he deaf or blind
He's
in that? What
no,
is it?
I think he
Or he's
has
just on the spectrum.
I think he might be on the spectrum.
Does he play an autistic autistic janitor at a bank, I think, and these
Right.
guys befriend
They kind
him
of and
dupe
employ him in the heist.
Right. And it's a good movie
It's
too.
really good.
Have you seen that one, Amanda?
don't-
The Lookout?
I don't remember him. I don't think he was mentally handicapped.
See, I thought he
think
had a-
I
think
thought
he
he had.
was.
I thought there was
I thought he was deaf or something.
no.
I thought
Sorry,
his
I'm trying to.
nose
I'm
upturned
literally trying
slightly.
to go through the memory banks. I thought he was like physically incapable. Like I
No.
thought it was like a physical issue.
No, because he's like the janitor that cleans everything up. So
He got in a car accident
Yeah.
that left him a mentally impaired halfwit is what this specific synopsis
Okay.
said.
Okay, so it is. So he has a mental disorder.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
He lives with a blind guy. So maybe that's where you're
Oh,
getting
maybe
it.
that's what I'm getting in. Okay.
Anyway, it's a really good movie.
It's good.
Yeah, don't mean to get into the
Semantics.
Yeah, right, it doesn't matter.
Also, his
It's
character's name is
arbitrary,
Chris
but-
Pratt, which I think is interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
maybe they knew something before it happened.
The next movie he did was Stop Loss.
I've never heard of that.
For some reason, I feel like I
That
like
came
that
out when
movie.
we were at Blockbuster 2008. It was a military.
No, but I feel like I like that movie, but I don't remember what it was.
Ryan Phillippe.
Okay. Yes. I think Ryan Phillippe's like the main lead in that.
Yeah.
Again, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt being.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched it or
supporting
if I just
actor.
didn't care for it.
I don't know. I feel bad, but we
don't
can
know.
keep moving.
Yep.
Sorry.
Michael. Miracle at St. Anna.
Missed it.
He was uncredited, so probably just cameo in The Brothers Bloom.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I love The
actually a
Brothers
decent movie. Yeah.
Colin Farrell, Adrian Brody,
I
Rachel
like Adrian
Weisz.
Brody a
Good.
lot.
I feel like it did really well.
Adrian
I don't
Brody
think I
is in
watched
that
it.
underrated, by the way, actor.
Oh, totally.
His next movie was Uncertainty. Not familiar.
No.
Never heard of it.
Kill Shot.
I feel like these are all clumped together really tight, right? From a year.
2008. He came out with 5 movies.
Yeah, see, I feel like it
Yeah.
was like one of those like
Yeah.
hit. Wait a minute. When was the writer's strike? When was that? The writer's strike when like
Around that
Heroes and stuff was
time.
see? I think what was happening is actors were like they were like trying to get on a bunch of projects cuz things were stalling.
That's fair.
I think that's around that time because I think Heroes was 2006-ish. 2007. So if films were being released at that time, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or maybe they were releasing a bunch of stuff because they didn't have like content.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
true.
The next one he did was 500 Days of Summer.
Zoe Deschanel?
Zoe Deschanel.
That's right. And that was when I was introduced to her.
Okay.
So I think I remember enjoying the film, but it was like, just it wasn't kind of a lighthearted,
It was fine.
quirky.
It was
hated
quirky.
it.
Was it like too
I hated it. It was. I loved the
two
soundtrack.
sunflower seeds for you?
No. Matthew Gray Gubler was in it, and I love him from Criminal Minds, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it, so I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And I remember you're watching this story. It's basically like their love stories, how they meet and how they fall in love, and then all this stuff, and then they break up,
Right.
and then like it's not a happy ending.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like,
Cool.
what?
To be fair, I know everyone loves a happy ending, but it is nice when films don't, when they
Yes,
break that mold.
I'll give it that, because I don't mind a movie where you don't get a happy ending.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that was my thing with like people saying they hated Game of Thrones, the ending. I'm like, bitch, what of that show made you think you were going to get a happy ending?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But like, I have no problem with that. But like, it just, something about it. I watched it and I was just like, done.
Okay.
Like, I will never watch this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to just throw it in the DVD player. Why I said that,
I
like
think-
it was 15 years ago.
I think not a happy
Yeah.
ending kind of sometimes comes out anticlimactic.
I
Like
agree.
it's this
That's
build up
sure.
of this
Yeah,
relationship,
that's
and then
fair.
it's like, and they broke
And we're
up.
done.
So it
Cool.
basically was like how normal relationships are for 80% of
Yeah.
young
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His next movie was Women in Trouble, which I recognize the cover from Blockbuster, but I don't know that I ever saw
I
it.
don't recall that one. I do not.
G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra.
Oh, I feel so bad that he was okay. So when he was sent this script and it's like, check it out, man. We're gonna like reignite G.I. Joe. You're a great actor. We like what you've done so far, and you know who you're gonna be, Cobra Commander. And he's like, this is fantastic. Give him the script. We don't see your face the entire movie. Like, what the fuck?
I thought you saw it once.
No, you do. He's like a doctor with like a torn up
Yeah.
face thing, and it looks stupid. Like
He was like
he looks
Jigsaw from the freaking Punisher
yes,
second movie.
or like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool,
Deadpool?
in the Origins movie. Like
yeah.
the portrayal,
Yeah.
whoever did the costume design and the character design, he looked dumb as shit. And so I know Joseph Gordon-Levitt walked away from that and he was like, "What did I just sign up for? Holy crap!"
So I don't know the story because I never saw it, but in the movie he's credited as the Doctor / Rex.
Yeah, like the whole time, and then he ends up taking over the Cobra.
Okay, because the next credit
Cobra
is the video game, and he's credited as Cobra Commander
yeah,
voice.
because I think at the end of it he becomes Cobra Commander
Okay.
or something like that.
Okay.
I literally watched that movie one time.
Because it's called Rise of Cobra, right?
Yeah, the Rise of Cobra.
Yeah,
And then
see,
I was
so
like,
it's like
thanks,
the origin
Channing Tatum.
story.
See ya.
Somebody else is in that. A couple other guys, right? Not John Cena, but somebody that's like
We
him.
should watch. We should
Do
do,
you
Channing
want to
Tatum.
know?
Should we just watch G.I. Joe together? Just as
So
a
No.
Dennis
as a-
Quaid, Channing Tatum, Marlon Wayans,
Oof.
we should do this.
and then a bunch of guys I don't know.
we should do this for our Patreons. We should watch G.I. Joe
Like-
and do a commentary on
Yeah,
it.
sure.
I like it. Ash's like, I do not want to watch G.I. Joe.
He did a short called Big Breaks, and then he did Hesher. Do you remember Hesher?
That's where he has long hair.
Yeah, he's like.
He's like a guy that just like walks into a
Yes.
house and starts living there.
Yes,
That's
and
kind of a cool story.
I don't.
Squatters.
But he's very like, he has very little personality.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like chaos. He creates chaos around him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but like
Does no one come into this house though, or they do? They come back.
they do.
Okay.
They live there too, and they just kind of like
Let him live there.
let it happen.
I now want to watch it because I remember seeing the front cover and just being like, he's got long hair. This is weird.
It's very bizarre. It's a bizarre movie.
Okay. Sometimes bizarre is good though.
Yeah, but it's like when you love somebody, like I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
And
and
you
then
really
they just
love him.
like a flat kind of
Performance,
weird
yeah.
character. It's just like
Sometimes
I
it's
don't
the
know, I wanna
directing
love you.
style. Maybe the director is like, okay, you're giving a little too much emotion. He's like, I'm just eating a PB&J. Like, I don't know.
I just really love this PB&J.
He's like, I just really want you to fall in
God.
love with that PB&J.
I just really love grape jelly.
Yeah.
And then he topped that off with a movie called Electra Lux with 2 X's,
Oh,
not 3, just 2.
Schnibbidi-doo-ba-da. I don't know what that means.
And then he did Inception.
I've never heard of it.
Maybe you dreamed of it. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Oh, wait, that's the Saw.
No,
time.
no, Inception is
Every time.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan films. Bah.
That's not even a good bomb.
No, it's not.
And he's dying,
And
over,
he's dying
here.
over here. No, I mean,
You
come
want
on.
to talk about Inception? We already talked about Inception with the
No,
Leo street cred.
I literally tried to do a bomb and I breathed in at the same time because I was going to like help Amanda with the next bong. And instead I was like, wow. Okay. So yes. Okay. Inception.
Bah.
Dang it. I'm going to have to mute. That's terrible. So his character in that one I don't like in Inception. They have roles like in the film.
Yeah.
One's an architect.
Yes.
One's like a chameleon who can change roles. One person's really good about like placing the Inception and stuff. What does Joseph Gordon-Levitt do in that? He's just like the
He's
muscle.
the eye candy.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
Tom Hardy's the muscle.
No, Tom Hardy is the chameleon. He can change himself into. He's like he changes himself into a woman in one of the dreams.
I don't remember what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
Joseph
job
Gordon-Levitt's
is.
just like he's literally just like I think what he's supposed to do is he's supposed to be the backup to DiCaprio.
Sure.
Like he's supposed to like keep him grounded and
Yeah,
watch
maybe
his back.
he's the neutral.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, I mean, come on. That movie's awesome. It has
Yeah,
one of the
it's
coolest
awesome.
shots literally ever filmed.
You mean
the
the-
rotating
yeah.
room. And he's in that scene. I mean, it's incredible.
if you see the behind the scenes of
Yes.
that, oh, it's so good.
No, I mean, if you're an Inception fan and you haven't YouTubed this behind the scenes footage, you've got to see it. They literally created a rotating room.
Hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole scene is real. It's really
good.
happening where everything's spinning. And the fact that they're even able to get shots that work out of that is incredible.
Well, Christopher Nolan fights to make everything practical.
Yes.
So can you imagine being those actors in there? It's like, okay, so you guys are going to start, but then the room's going to spin. So I'm going to need you to like stay in character.
Yeah, so they're like, so what is this fight going to be just like on CG? And they're like, uh-huh.
Sure. Good luck. Okay.
Okay.
But that film, everything else so far, probably people could still call them indie releases.
Absolutely.
That pushed
Inception
him
though
to
is
the
like
mainstream.
welcome
Yes.
to like the he gets a star now
The
on
big
the Hollywood
leagues. Yep.
Walk of Fame.
So if you want to hear more about Inception, go listen to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it's a good
Definitely.
It's a banger.
yeah. Banger.
The next one he did was 50-50.
That's where he's cancer.
Which
Oh,
I
that's
remember this one
right.
being like, okay, I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's funny. This is going to be a great movie.
Yeah.
Freaking depressing.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's just living out his final days with his friend, trying to make the best out
Right.
of it.
Which,
right?
if you
Yeah.
don't know going into it,
right, sure,
like-
sure,
yeah.
Yeah, because he has a 50-50 chance of living.
Yeah.
yeah. I know.
So this is
Yeah.
it's a hard one to watch.
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff is, but he did a good job,
Yeah.
right?
And so did Seth
Yeah.
Rogen. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
Yep.
good movie. God. It's a good movie. It's just, it's heavy.
Yeah.
yeah, it is heavy.
Yep. Then he did The Dark Knight Rises.
I've never heard of it.
What's your real name? Yeah, Christopher Nolan was just like,
you should use your real name. Robin.
you know, the problem with that whole stupid thing is that it would have been fine if they would have continued a series with him.
Yeah.
But for that just to be the end of the film, it's just like, by the way, you're Robin. You're Dick Grayson.
Yeah, you should use your real name, Robin. Guess not.
Because they call him something totally
Blake.
off. Blake. Officer Blake the entire time.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I love Christopher Nolan, but like,
Can you
I
stop
don't
playing
like
with your mic?
I don't like your twist. Sorry, it's not screwed in, right?
I will say something controversial. I don't like that movie.
Wait, Dark Knight?
Rises.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Put your pitchfork down.
Get out of the.
I don't like it. I like Tom Hardy, but his Bane, come on.
What did you have for breakfast?
How does that coincide with the New Year's resolutions? Like I can't deal with the voice. The twist that like Talia al Ghul, I was just kind of like
Yeah,
called
I know.
it. Like I didn't care
It
about
was.
it.
I mean, to be fair, Bane is a hard character to portray as a villain because he's kind of in the comics. He's supposed to be smart and not
Well,
stupid.
I'm sorry.
But-
One of Bane's like hard rules that you
Yeah.
have to keep with Bane. He's not a white dude.
Well, yeah. He's like Hispanic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Victor or something like that.
That's
I
something that
remember.
every single character, and it's just kind of like, come on.
And he's supposed to be like twice Batman size.
Yeah,
Not
and they
5'3".
and yeah, and it just didn't work for me. But I also just thought the story was stupid. That
He's
Gotham
just-
shuts down.
he's just trying
and
to
they
create
take
chaos,
over.
right?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I get that
Yeah.
part. But then the whole like Alfred being like, I think I'll be on vacation. I'm gonna see you, and I'll smile.
Yeah, right. And they're having
then
a cup of tea,
that's
and he
how
just
the
gives
movie
him a
ends.
nod.
Like, come on,
Michael Caine's just like,
But he broke his back.
yes, Master White. Well, that's what Bane does in the comics.
know.
He's the first one to
And
actually
but
prove
when that
that
hit,
Batman's
when you
not
watched it in the
invincible.
theater and he broke his back, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that scene was
Didn't you need to go
framed-
to the chiropractor?
That scene was framed beautifully. It was an incredible scene.
Yeah.
But it very much, I was just, the whole movie, I was like, womp, womp.
Yeah, I mean, people will say it is not as strong as the other two, but for what it's worth, there's way worse Batman movies.
I won't argue that.
Yeah,
I just don't like it.
right.
Have you seen Premium Rush?
I have not.
Yes, he's a courier.
He's a courier.
It's so good.
Oh, he's on a
Amanda.
bike.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's good.
I haven't seen that one.
It was
Wait,
one that
is
I
he
watched.
on a bike?
I watched much later. Like I didn't watch it when it came out.
It is incredible. The cinematography style.
Wow, he went to film school.
Yeah, we were the wrong one.
It's unaccredited,
I was
bitch.
on the bad side of town.
It was.
It's now Funko.
Those shots that they were able to get, like weaving in and out, and like it's all BMX stuff. And normally I'd be like, "Hey man, you want to watch a BMX movie where they drop off mail?" I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Can you imagine
It's
being like,
incredible though.
okay, you're going to be in this role, but you're riding a bicycle really fast
Right.
the entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this is your big hit after Dark Knight, after Inception. What do we want me to do? I want you to ride a bicycle.
Ride a bicycle.
Can you imagine how much pain he was in?
Oh, dude, his quads, they were hurting. His hammies.
No, his calves. Oh, you ever seen bicyclist calves?
Why did they
They
call
look crazy.
Somebody,
Bike calves,
I don't
they
know who
crazy.
it was. Somebody was just talking about like, why do they call people that ride motorcycles bikers, but people that ride
Yeah.
bicycles cyclists? Should be
Who
the
was
other way
talking
around.
about that? You were listening to some comedian.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
That was
in-
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, was it? Okay. In that story, I'm a whale. In that story for Premium Rush,
Yeah.
don't they mess with him? They like steal a pack, or they give him a package he shouldn't have, and he has to like run away from the bad guys or something like that.
He's not running anymore.
Okay, fine. Cycling.
Pedaling really fast.
Anyway, I remember
I'm
coming.
gonna get on my bike.
I remember coming out of it and being like, "Whoa, okay, Walmart." Like, that was
Okay,
pretty
Walmart.
Good. That was pretty good.
The next one he did was Looper.
Okay.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Bitch, you know I've seen
Okay,
that movie.
I was gonna. I
I made the joke 3
I
times
don't know
now.
anymore.
I have a trouble
Yes, you do.
with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is that guy. He plays one character.
He seems
all the
like a
time.
major asshole.
I heard he's not great
Yeah.
on set. Kevin Smith was saying when he was doing Cop Out that he started to film a scene and Bruce Willis was like, "What lens you got on there?" And
I remember this story.
Yeah, right. And Smith was like, "I don't know." He's like, "You should know your goddamn lenses, man." Because he's like, "I know how close I need to be in front of the camera or not. Tell me what lens you have on there." And he's like, "I don't know cameras. I just make funny movies." So, yeah, he's been an asshole. Apparently, him and Ed. Ooh, he's like in Abyss and
Yep, I can.
Ed
picture
Harris.
him.
yeah, Ed
Yes,
Harris.
that guy.
Both of those guys are supposed to be assholes on set.
Interesting.
But anyway,
They're
Ed
supposed
Harris
to
is
be.
a great actor, though.
yeah, it was, but that's okay when you're an asshole.
You ever seen
if you're
Westworld up in
good.
here? It's so good.
What movie were we on?
Looper.
So
I mean, come on, it's incredible.
okay, I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt's role and him like being an older Bruce Willis and him
Younger.
being Bruce
An
Willis,
older Bruce Willis.
sorry, being a younger Bruce Willis, and him portraying Bruce Willis is fantastic.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis though, I think I remember just being like, okay, cool.
Honestly, I thought it was good. I think that movie's good. I've seen it a few times now. Like, the movie is about Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna find more interest in his character because basically,
He's the younger.
and Bruce Willis is trying to kill him.
Right.
Then they have to kind of work together.
Well, and don't you see for the first time, I don't know when they interact, but like he shoots his hand and then all of a sudden he's missing something
so,
like that. I don't
or they,
remember.
he cuts his hand or writes on it, carves something
Oh,
into his
that's what
hand.
it was. Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's what it was.
so I don't know. I just I think it's really good. I think you should watch it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm not
liked
saying
it.
I didn't
We have
like
it.
it. I'm saying I liked it. I just when I've had enough Bruce Willis sometimes, you know.
That's fair. I also feel like
I
this
get
was
it.
near the beginning of like when they started changing people's faces in movies.
Oh, the
Oh,
digital.
yeah,
is
and
yeah,
we
not
were
the
just
best.
like, what?
Yeah.
And then they literally remade this movie again, just called Gemini Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We talked about that in the Will Smith episode if you want to hear
Yeah,
about that
right.
one. Then he did Lincoln.
With Mr. Lincoln?
With Daniel Day-Lewis?
Robert Lincoln.
I got nothing.
With Daniel Day-Lewis, yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Don Juan.
That is the first film he directed.
He was a
Himself,
sex
I
addict,
think.
right?
I was going to say, something I remember that was like a porn movie or something.
Yeah, well, but he's addicted to pornography, and him and Scarlett Johansson is
That's
his love
right.
interest.
Which
And
you
I
talk
think,
about in the Scarlett Johansson episode.
I think they're both like from Jersey or something, though, right? Like they both have like thick, like Jersey accents. I don't know. Anyway,
Couldn't tell you. Never seen it.
Yes, they are from New Jersey.
I think he directed it, though. I thought that was his.
Yeah, it
first
was his
film.
movie.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He wrote it and directed
There
it.
you go. There you go.
I think I found that like maybe halfway through, I just kind of started losing interest.
Yeah, I don't really even remember what the story was, other than
Yeah.
what we've described already.
Yeah. He did a voice in the movie The Wind Rises.
Never heard of it.
Looks like maybe a Japanese thing. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Let me tell you about that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Tell me about it.
Sin City is one of my favorite graphic novel series of all time. It's incredible, beautiful.
You're a
It's
Frank Miller
so
fan.
Good. Huge Frank Miller fan, okay? Let me get that out of the way.
Out the way.
So, Sin City, so good. So good.
Yeah, it
So
was.
good.
It was.
Like, reinvigorated Mickey Rourke's career.
Right.
Like, the visuals in that movie,
And it was
incredible.
Zack Snyder, right? That directed the first one.
I thought it was Robert Rodriguez.
I will take that back because maybe I have misspoken.
Let's
The second
verify.
one was Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller who directed it.
Right.
So.
And the first one I thought was Zack.
Let's check. Can you check the first one? So, with the second one, so here's two things. Number one, they waited way too long to do that.
It
Sequel.
was Quentin Tarantino and Frank Miller.
Oh, that directed the first
The
one?
first one.
Quentin-
And others. So it was.
Just a bunch of people
the
directing
whole movie
multiple
is broken
scenes.
up
Yeah.
into individual stories. I didn't.
Mickey Rourke.
I don't remember it being Quentin Tarantino. I'll have to go see my special edition collector's set.
I will
who
have
directed
to
what.
open up my special edition.
I freaking love that movie. It's beautiful. It is so similar to the comics. Like the comic is
Yeah.
black and white
Yeah.
with pops of colors.
They worked really hard to make that look like it popped off the page.
It is beautiful.
I agree.
And in such a huge cast, everybody has their own moments.
Mm-hmm.
So A Dame to Kill For is one of the other books of stories.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just more of the Sin City world in different stories.
Right. But it was a pile of shit.
It was... I've seen it one time. I have not wanted to watch it again.
And that's more than enough.
It didn't have the same vibe. It didn't have the same feel. I don't think it had anywhere near the same amount of money.
Well, I heard that, I'm probably wrong, because I think Spirit is what Frank Miller directed himself.
Spirit's bad.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that what happened was the first one was probably way more guidance from a lot of other directors. The second one, Robert Rodriguez, A Dame to Kill For. But then I'm pretty sure Miller was trying to get into that director's chair.
Spirit was in between.
Oh, was it?
It was
oh,
Sin
see,
City,
that's why I
the
think it was
Spirit.
Frank Miller
Sin
that
City, A Dame to
really
Kill For.
helmed that one. And Spirit was bad, so that one was bound to not be good
Spirit
either.
was like laughably bad.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Sorry.
So bad.
Army Hammer, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson.
Egg on my face.
So bad.
Do you remember any of those, Ash?
What? I didn't watch any of them.
Okay. Continue.
We talked about The Spirit and some other street cred,
I
but
think it's Scarlett Johansson.
yeah.
he was uncredited in The Interview.
Oh, Seth
Okay.
Rogen.
Yeah, yeah. And Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did an episode of The Mindy Project. Next, he did a movie called The Walk. Oh, is this the one where the tightrope walker?
Yes, that was that one.
I never saw this.
I never saw
Quite. Yes. Mm.
I'd try it. He did The Night Before.
Okay, listen, we can't just breeze past The Walk because...
Oh, but we didn't see it.
No, I know we didn't see it, but I think people that don't know what it's about, he goes across the Twin Towers on
But he
a
didn't
tightrope.
actually do it.
No, but I think he did a lot of his own stunts on that stuff. I thought they were trying to make it as
How-
practical as possible.
I'm kind of curious to watch it because how
Yeah.
do you make a whole movie about
About a
that?
tightrope
Yeah,
walker?
I think
Yeah.
it's more about the emotional response that the character has before he gets on the tightrope.
Well, it says so in 1974, high wire artist Philippe Petit recruits a team of people to help him realize his dream to walk the immense void between the World Trade
That's what it is.
Center
It's about
towers.
him going and
So it's like
and
the
getting his
build
crew.
up to it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's like the
I
Muppet
don't
movie.
know.
It's like the freaking Muppet movie.
I'd watch it, but I don't know.
Oh, speaking of the Muppet movie, I watched Eternals.
Oh,
It is the Muppet movie.
we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
The Night Before.
Okay. I didn't know what to expect because that's 3
It's a Christmas movie.
But
relatively
it has
not.
Seth Rogen and then Anthony Mackie, right?
No, Seth Rogen's not in that one. Is he?
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Oh, he
yeah.
is. Okay.
And Anthony Mackie, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, bitch.
I'm sorry.
It was
You're
good.
right.
I thought it was good.
I've never watched it.
Well, Merry Christmas.
What is it about exactly?
It's 3 dudes that I think they don't get to hang out again, so they all do one final cool Christmas party.
Because they're all
thing.
like, they all have their families and kids and stuff
Yeah.
now, so they try to do a big boys' night out.
I think it was
thing.
something like where they used to always hang out during
Yeah.
Christmas, and so they do like one final hoorah, and they all get wasted and have a fun time being older.
It was fun.
Okay, that sounds fun.
They're fun together.
I remember
All right.
it being good.
yeah.
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 I'll watch it next Christmas.
Something you can watch once a year.
And I don't
you know?
look at Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a comedic actor very often, and so that one I remember being like,
Yeah.
okay, well done, Joey.
He did an episode of The Muppets,
Love it.
and then he did Snowden.
Oh, he plays Snowden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like out in a cabin. They get snowed in.
Yeah. Snowden.
That sounds
Snowden.
really
Edward Snowden.
boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Me either.
Do you know about the Snowden stuff though?
I mean, no.
He's
I mean,
like
I
he's
know
a
that,
whistleblower.
Yeah, basically he worked for the CIA.
Couldn't tell ya.
And anyway, he's the one that
NSA.
told NSA. He's the one that told everybody when all of that paperwork leaked that they keep all of our phone records and information. You remember that?
Okay.
Anyway, the federal government was like, okay, and now we're gonna throw you in jail forever and or execute you for treason because you
And he fled the country.
Yep, because you sent out government documents that were supposed to be classified, even though he was like, dude, the people need to know that you're spying on them. And now he lives in like France or Germany or somewhere.
Okay.
They've been trying to extradite him for a long time, and
Yeah.
like somehow he's in a good spot. He's probably in Switzerland.
There
where
are
they're-
non-extradition countries.
Yeah, that's where he's at
Yeah.
right now.
All right. Then he did Straight Outta Oz, which was like
hell's
57
that?
minutes long, so I don't know what it was. He
I'm gonna
played the
pass.
wizard.
Never
Don't
heard
know.
of it.
Hard pass.
We're going to skip
Hard
right past
pass.
it. He did 6 episodes of Comrade Detective. Looks like
Never
it was
heard
an
of it.
Amazon exclusive.
See, this is the problem. Is what year are we at now?
2017.
See, when you get to that, dude, the Netflix and the Amazon and
That's
the
hard, yeah.
and the HBO stuff, it all starts to take these actors for a weird ride.
Right, because nothing's in theaters anymore.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
blockbuster productions. Then he was in Star Wars Episode 8,
As what?
the voice of Slow and Low.
I was gonna say, I know for a fact I never saw him
Yeah,
in
it's
those
like,
movies.
I know. Angels in the Outfield Boy was not in that.
His next movie was 7500.
What is that even about?
Looks like an Amazon original as well.
See, if it's any of that stuff,
Yeah.
I think I can speak for myself and probably some of our listening audience.
When-
They're all like, dude, we ain't watched that.
When terrorists try to seize control of a Berlin-Paris flight, a soft-spoken American co-pilot struggles to save the lives of the passengers and crew while forging a surprising connection with one of the hijackers.
Listen, let me say something about those
I
kind
love
of
when a
movies.
synopsis is one long sentence.
Yes.
I don't even need to see the movie after hearing this.
Let me say
Yeah.
something about those kind of movies, like the ones where like it's a hijacking or
Yeah.
it's like a disaster movie. I don't want to watch it.
Like
I'm
disaster
already,
slash suspenseful.
I'm already
drama.
afraid to fly on a plane.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to
It
watch a
gets to
movie
you?
in my free time about a fucking plane crashing.
Fair.
I don't want to watch it.
Fair.
All right.
So you're telling me Final Destination was not for you?
Girl.
Okay.
Next, he was the voice of Detective Hard Rock in Knives Out.
Oh, really? I
What?
love Knives Out.
He was the
I liked
voice of
Knives
who?
Out. Detective Hard Rock.
Who's Detective Hard Rock in that?
It's just a voice. I'm assuming it's like a.
Is this like a voiceover narration or
Yeah.
something? Like it's somebody who's supposed to be looking at the case from
I'll
the
have
outside?
to watch that again.
Right? I didn't notice.
I loved Knives Out.
Because
Yeah.
Daniel
Daniel
Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, but Daniel Craig, like, what's his name in that movie? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Something French. I don't know.
Something Southern.
Benoit Blanc.
He was a
Yeah,
Southern gentleman.
see, so they must have been. It must have been like before or after.
Or maybe like there's one scene where he's like calling into the police station and
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Or it's like Michael Pena, whatever,
Pena.
where he's like narrating part of the
I don't know.
story.
I don't know.
If I would say Knives Out is a really good like crime
Yeah.
comedy almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's
yeah.
like a
It's
dry
dry.
comedy.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Chris Evans.
It's actually way more dry than I thought.
I loved
I would
it.
say it's not for everybody, but it's a good
I made
movie.
Andy watch it because
Yeah,
we
and I didn't
owned
mind-
it
I
and
didn't
I've
mind
seen it.
I love movies like that.
Sorry, my
Whoa.
elbow hit the table.
Settle
Wow.
down, Chris. Okay, go ahead.
Project Power.
Oh, that's
I've
where he's a
never heard of that.
superhero.
What?
And
It's on Netflix. It's Jamie Foxx and
They have superpowers.
Is that the one with Melissa McCarthy?
no,
Oh,
Getting kind of hot under this undercarriage.
is it a comedy?
I don't think so.
I think it's like superhero
it's like
comedy.
a superhero movie.
Project Power.
But maybe it's not. I think both of those guys produced it, to be honest.
You never heard about this, Amanda?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize the front cover.
I
It's
don't-
about superheroes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a movie, right?
Oh.
It's a TV show.
No, I thought it was a movie.
Oh, wait.
Can
is
I
it
get a synopsis up in here?
Is it a
Sure.
Netflix movie?
Yes, it's a Netflix.
Yeah, it's a
That's what I
Netflix. It's a
said.
Netflix.
When a pill that gives its users unpredictable superpowers for 5 minutes hits the street of New Orleans, a teenage dealer and a local cop must team with an ex-soldier to take down the group responsible for its creation.
Right. See, so it's like, so they basically
Interesting.
pop that pill and have some powers for a little bit, and then they end up saving the world. Got
I
it.
didn't watch it.
Interesting.
I think your sister watched it and she said it was pretty good.
I
But
would
I
love
never-
to believe my sister's opinion on movies, but
I was going to say I never popped it
let's
in.
be
but-
honest, sis. I mean, come on. Who went to film school? I mean, right. Am I right?
Rude.
Am I right?
You're a dick.
Oh, okay. what movie is that? You're a dick. I don't remember what that is.
I don't know.
His next movie was The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, okay, listen, Joey Gory.
Joey Gory.
You're choosing films that I do not give a shit about.
Because
Like,
Andy
he's
doesn't want to have to think.
He's reading the script. No, that's not fair because I do like some mind benders, but like all of these titles are making me fall asleep before you finish the sentence.
What?
Okay.
Tell me what that's about. I think I've seen ads for it.
I
It's
feel
about
like I've seen...
a group. I
Yeah.
want to say they're. I think it was like a group of black men that were accused of a crime,
A
and
story of 7 people on trial stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago.
okay.
I've seen trailers for this.
All right,
Yeah.
Manchurian Candidate, listen, we got it. Like, give me some good stuff. Give me something with race cars or something, okay?
Race cars.
Race cars. You can spell race
he
car
didn't-
front and backwards. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can spell.
Anagram.
You're an anagram.
All right.
It's
Got her.
palindrome.
Yeah, you said it wrong.
I did it wrong. It's
Dummy.
wrong.
God, look at this freaking idiot over
You
here.
just
huh?
copied. You just like repeated it like I was right. You have no idea. He was in an episode of Star Wars Visions.
Oh, that's a badge.
He
Sorry.
did 10 episodes of Wolf Boy and the Everything Factory.
Okay, some people, they have an up and a down.
It was
Just saying.
animated.
Just saying.
Then he did 10 episodes of Mr. Corman, which I don't know what this is, but if it's a show with him as the main character, I'd watch it.
Are we like current time in it?
We're
right
close. We've got to be close.
So next, 2022,
now? Okay.
he is the voice of Jiminy Cricket in
Hmm.
the live-action Pinocchio.
A dream is a wish
I-
your heart makes.
I have talked at length about how much I dislike
The live-action Disneys.
Disney movie.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say Jiminy Cricket.
No, Jimmy Cook's cute.
Oh, I hate crickets.
I think they're stupid. I think the
that-
live action
They're
movies
bad.
are bad.
I
Tom
think
Hanks
that there's,
is Geppetto.
to be honest, they are trying
see that.
to.
Wait, Luke Evans is the coachman. Wasn't
Who's
he
Luke
also
Evans?
the Beast? He was Gaston, wasn't
Oh,
he? Not the Beast.
Wait,
Gaston.
Which one?
He was Gaston in
Oh,
Beauty
okay.
and the Beast.
I get you. I know.
Oh, that's Luke Evans.
You can't do that.
Can't be in two, bro.
You can't do that.
Can't do two, bro.
You can't be 2 superheroes.
No way. Ask Chris Evans or Ryan Reynolds
Or these other handful of
Hugh
guys.
Jackman. Actually, Hugh Jackman was only Wolverine.
He's also in a show called Super Pumped.
Okay.
I'm clicking on it to see if there's a synopsis.
Is there a place to tag out, like when you don't care about the rest
The
of the
roller
movie?
coaster ride of the upstart transportation company embodying the highs and lows of Silicon Valley.
That sounds boring as hell.
What I'm telling you, dude. Like at this point, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, I'll just take whatever. I'm Nicolas Cage. Like, just give me whatever.
I don't
I
even
think
know
he's
if it's
I think he's like producing a lot of stuff.
Well, I
now,
think
like-
that I think you're right. I think he's probably moved into more of a creative role. in that type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's
and he's got his own
necessarily-
projects that we talked about.
I don't think it's him taking anything. I think it's him taking specific stuff that he finds interesting.
Which I know some actors get to that point. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm just going to want to do what I want to do.
If you have
even
all
if you
the
don't find
money
it
to support
interesting.
you for the rest of
Yeah,
your life,
sure.
do what you like.
Yeah.
Right.
Then he's doing a movie called Wingmen, and then a movie called Insight, and then a movie that's rumored called K-Troop.
Interesting.
No shade. Probably won't watch any of them. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate
K-Troop is about
listening.
the KKK.
No tea, no shade. I'll probably watch it.
That's it, guys.
Well,
I'm not saying
Was
that it
like
fizzled.
wah, wah?
Yeah, because it's like I maybe I just
Wait,
remember
do you wanna
his
know what-
really good films.
Do you want to know what Wingmen is about?
men who have wings.
It's a comedy musical
Get out.
Oh no.
described as an R-rated musical comedy about the misadventures of two pilots.
I'll watch that 100%. I would watch
I
that
will
shit.
rewatch Hawkeye's musical at the
You know
end
what?
of it.
I will watch anything that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in because of his face.
Listen, okay.
Fair.
I know he listens to this podcast, so listen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
JGL.
I also love you, like platonically. But I want to say
Hey,
that
you know what? If this is an open space, you don't have to be platonic.
10 years ago, you were the shit. I wish you were still the shit, but I know that you've moved on to other things. But whatever the hell you've done the last 5 years, I'm not watching it, and I hope the rest of everyone else is not like me, and they are still supporting him. But
This is for JGL. I don't care how good your acting is.
I want your butt.
Keep your face.
You're still at the top of my
I want to
list.
suck on your tongue.
Gross.
Weird. I
Gross,
don't want to
gross,
suck on
gross, gross,
anybody's tongue. Not even yours.
Okay.
No tongues.
Okay.
No tongues.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Ashley,
Yeah.
what's your favorite movie by him?
Brick.
What's the movie you're going to watch after this?
Ooh.
Looper.
Andy.
That's good. That's good.
What's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
favorite movie?
Come on. I was quick. I'm never quick.
No. I want to rewatch Lookout again.
That wasn't
that
what
was
I asked.
What was
What's
it?
your
What's your
movie?
favorite movie?
What's your favorite movie? I'm not gonna say movie. I'm gonna say Third Rock from the Sun. It's
Really?
probably one
That
of my
was
favorites.
my answer.
Sorry, girl.
Also wrong. Your favorite movie by him is Inception.
Stole it.
Dark Knight Rises. Moving on.
What did
What
you have
movie
for breakfast?
are you wanting to watch after this?
The Lookout.
Cool.
Could you guess that one?
I actually kind of want to watch The Wire because I'm curious.
What's The Wire?
The one where he walks across the wire.
Oh, that's what it's called?
It's called The Wire.
Okay, because there's also a TV show called The Wire that's really good.
Very different.
Okay.
Very different.
It's not about walking across a
Very
tightrope.
Hey,
different.
Grandma, do you want to watch this tightrope show? Sure. Why is it a box set DVD?
What's that man doing to that other man?
Don't worry, the tightrope's coming, Grandma.
Why is he crying?
Tightrope's a euphemism.
God.
That's awesome. Okay,
Cool.
Amanda,
we already know Third Rock from the Sun.
Third Rock from
sorry.
the Sun's your favorite.
Yeah, but what are you gonna watch
Third Rock
after
or,
this?
honestly, Third Rock or Brick. I love them.
Brick was
both.
really good. I think all of us right now are recommending to the people listening, go watch Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Brick.
What am I going to watch after
Watch
this?
it.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
No. New answer.
Looper, probably. I haven't seen
Okay,
it in a long
and Amanda
time.
said that I need to give it another go and let Bruce Willis not upset me, so I'll do it too. Well, let's all watch Looper together. Family fun night.
Why does that seem more weird at 35 than it does?
You want to come over to my house and watch Looper?
Well, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so remember
Friends
like
at
back in the day,
25, it's
anymore.
fine.
back in the day, I would just come over to the house before we lived together and we just play games or watch a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's because we now have to schedule the time.
Yeah, but also we have to leave our families if
Yes.
you really wanted to just do a friend hangout.
Well, and then it's like now it's like on the weekends if I wanted to come over, Chris would be like, "What are you guys gonna do?" And I like because I still want to watch you play Resident Evil.
oh, right. Yeah.
And like I'm sure Chris would be like, "What are you doing? I'm gonna go watch Andy play a video game." Why?
Why would one do
Why?
that?
Well, it's also like I watch a movie at like 8 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to come over.
But you're used to his friends. Like, you used to just hang out till like 2 o'clock in
I
the
used
morning.
to come
and be
over like every day.
yeah, you'd
and
be
we
like,
would just
oh,
hang out.
I have to work at 8 o'clock tomorrow. It's like, oh, so 2 in the morning's fine for you? Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
That's the problem. I was telling one of my clients about this. Back in the day, we could drink till 2.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Bounce right
Wake
back.
up at 8 a.m. Rally. And just
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
Now, if I just not even drinking, go to bed at 2 a.m.
Yeah, right.
The next day,
Not
I'm
okay.
literally just
You have
like,
to
I
peel me
need to go to
off
the
of-
hospital.
Not even an
Wherever I
energy drink
am.
can fix that.
No, like, yeah, I need medical attention.
Just help me. Boo, boo. Guys, if you are a fan of Joseph Gordon, what was his middle name?
Joseph Leonard Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt. Levitt. Let us know what your favorite movie is. And if you're going to tell us that, you will have to listen to what Amanda says next of where you go to talk to us.
That's right, bitch. You got to listen to me.
You listen.
Okay, so check out our Instagram at Roll Awkward Podcast. You can go send us info about how much you love Joseph
I
Gordon-Levitt.
thought you were going to say us.
Nah. And then on our page, you'll also see a link to our Patreon. We have a new Patreon. It's $3 a month. Get you access to exclusive episodes.
For only $3 a day.
And Andy will also send you nudes.
Sure.
Nudes. Noods. Nudes.
Sure.
Just you and
It's just me with spaghetti.
you with spaghetti.
If you guys want nudes, I'll take pictures with nudes.
Gross. I'm not sending those out.
Spaghetti.
So,
Mom spaghetti.
We'll send you hard copies.
Yeah, sure.
Real hard
Negatives
copies.
and everything, bitch. And he'll just show up at your house with a bowl of spaghetti.
I don't know what just happened
That's
here.
all I got.
Awesome.
Oh wait, also if you
What?
want to recommend a street cred episode,
Oh, yeah.
do it so.
please write it down on a piece of paper and send us a picture.
Yep, take it. Write down a piece.
Wait, I just-
Don't think this is weird because
It is
literally
now.
people have done it.
It is the
So,
only way we will accept a submission.
That's correct. You write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, slide that into our DMs, baby. We will do the street
It's funny
cred.
because the way Ash said it, she said, write it down on a piece of paper and then just send us a picture. And I was just like, I wonder what they'll send us. They just write it down on paper and then just send us some weird Polaroid.
Yeah.
Polaroid.
Buffalo Bill style.
Oh, God. Would you fuck me?
All
Please
right,
don't
guys.
send us nudes.
Guys, thanks for listening
Unless
to an
it's spaghetti.
episode of The Street Cred. I know we went
The
crazy
Street
on
Cred
this
is
one. If you guys love him, then let us know like you love us. We'll talk to you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.